Awokunle Sarafadin. We are together for so many years, and I have a 3 child for him.
She did call to the girl. Hello, Aisha, how are you? How's everything? She said, who is on the line? They say, I'm your dad. He said, you are not my dad, though. I'm not your dad. We called on video call. This, my child denied me that I'm not a father.
The lady that Awokunle Sarafadin got married to, after the lady divorced the Awokunle Sarafadin, then he now remember that there is a lady that used to tolerate nonsense, which is me. He now started searching for me all around everywhere, searching for me. To the extent he was threatening my husband, that my husband snatched his wife after like almost 2 years.
Not up to like a week later, they moved out of Ondo. They backed out of that particular house. I started, it was one of my auntie that stays in that street that let us aware that they've moved out of Ondo. We started running at scattered. She has blocked me, and I normally, with the kind of work I do, I normally send at least, at times, 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira in a month. Even till she blocked me, I'm still sending the money. It was later, one of my friends told me that, don't send this money now, since you are not even having much information with them. Even at times, if I send the money, I have to hide number because she has blocked my number. I have to hide number or send her text that I've sent so money. Please help me use it to take care of my children. Now later, we started hunting for them, looking for them everywhere. There's nowhere to be found. There was a day I went to Facebook. No, before going to Facebook, one of our brother called me. I think that one was in Libya. Was it maybe Libya or I don't even know. One of these African countries. Yeah. Why? The man just called me that, hello, it's better you find my sister for me, this and that, if you don't look for my sister, I will go to Ondo State to go and arrest all your family, this and that. I started looking at, what is the problem of all this now? Later, I called one of their family, one of our sister husband, to tell him what I was facing through. The man now said that I shouldn't listen to the guy that called me, that it was the new husband that this woman was dating that paid for the flight of that guy. That was why the guy supports them of what they are planning to do. Immediately I pick up to call the guy and I blast him. Immediately he blocked me. After then, I moved to Facebook just to check what is happening. I met her. She has changed her surname from mine to that man's own. I look at it as no problem. I traced that man's surname to his own profile. I moved to the profile. I know that this man was a pastor because the way he dressed is into maybe some pastors, this thing like that. I got the man's number from the flyer and I put call to the man. No, that was on WhatsApp. I didn't call the man. I text the man on WhatsApp that in Yoruba, immediately she blocked me because I said that, please, my children, Awokunle Aisha, Awokunle Sadiq, and Awokunle Habib, please, nothing must happen to my children. Immediately, the man blocked me and called me on WhatsApp call. Immediately he called me, this man started me and my family, that my mom preached this and that. I said, what is the meaning of all this? But you call yourself a pastor. He started saying all sorts of things. He blocked me immediately. When the man blocked me, I have to look at it as, what is happening? Why am I up to this? Have I ever done something wrong? If, let's say, you had anything from your wife, you should have find means of getting the facts from me. Now, we let that. I still move on to look for way on how I can speak with the children. I used to call them. They've blocked me to have access to the children. No call. I can't call. I started texting them. I text him, hello, why do you have all those texts are still on my phone? Why do you do this? Let me have access to my children. The man started saying, my last born, which is a big, this and that. He said he wants to join military. And after joining the military, he has even promised to kill me, which is Daddy Echo. I have the text message on my phone. That was when I started abusing the husband too. That what is the meaning of all this? Now, after that, I go through the flyer, not knowing that the number, I got to one number. Even I thought the number was for the man's wife. It was the man's sister. It was that sister that let us know that the man is an ex-convict, that he just returned from prison, that is not serious, this and that. I said, no problem. There's nothing concerning me with that. I started my own thing on how to get their location. But when they discovered that my wildlife is much, they allow me to speak with the children. On speaking with the children now started telling me that I'm not their father. They don't need me, this and that. I have the recorded of all those voice notes because I record them for future reference. Now, after then, I still look at it that during the process, when matters arose in Nigeria concerning Ashake matter between Ashake and his dad, I said, if I decide not to take any step on this, anything can happen in future. Now, the next thing I move back to Facebook and trace, because I normally see her posting picture in a church. I know that, no, this lady is going to a particular church. Let me try. I tried searching some of his friends on Facebook, and I got to know the pastor that head the church they were going to in Beribe, Agudu Beribe, in Ikorodu. Now, I got the number of that particular pastor too. I put call to the pastor and I beg him, this is what I need. I sent all those recorded voice, recorded call that I made with my children, this and that. The pastor said I shouldn't worry, that he will help me. And the pastor called the husband and explained to him. Immediately the pastor called him. This particular woman reached out to me the night of that particular day, sending me this friend voice note. I'm a kidnapper. I'm this. I'm a ogunwo. I want to use the children for ritual. All sort of words unto me. The pastor not promised that. Don't worry. They called the man. That man, come. This is what is happening. Let this man have access to his children. Why are you denying her? Why are you denying him of accessing his children? Now, I asked the man, please, man, I always add, anytime I called, they normally call those children Christian names. I said, I'm a Muslim, and I named these children with a Muslim name. The man now let me know that they have changed the name and the surname of those children. That was when I found out that, how is it possible? I'm still alive. You changed the names of my children. How could that be possible? I cried. Like, seriously. Now, after then, when they now know that I have known their location, immediately they calm down for me. They calm down, totally calm down. That's what do I want? I said, I want my children. They said, maybe if I want to come and look at them, this and I said, I can't do that anymore because you've disallowed me not to what? Not to have access to these children since all this while. And you've been abusing me in front of these children that I'm not their father. Normally, immediately, they let those children start talking to me. We do video call. Before they go to school at times, they will talk to me, Daddy, we should miss you, this and that. And we've all agreed in between us that the children will be with me after their exam. That was our discussion. Now, after that discussion, I normally call her to talk to the children, this and that. And everything went planned well. No, not until last week, when I messaged her again that, because she told me that those children are not okay, that they are sick, and she has gotten some nurse to give them the injection or so. Now, after then, I put call to her. How are the children? How's their health, this and that? Immediately, she fired back at me. That what is my problem, said, this and that. Is it everything she has of me that she needs answered for. I said, what is the meaning of all this? I only asked for the welfare of the children. Do you see anything audible, ugly in what I said? He said, later she called me back that she wasn't in a good mood. That was why she speak in such manner that I should sorry. Now I said, how far the movement of the children? Now, in nothing less than 5 minutes later, I got message from your office. And normally I've gotten the message before. Was it not? Immediately I got to know their location. I think she has contacted you before. Immediately I got their location. I got a message from your side. I put call to her. She said she has informing the office before that I should ignore the call. I said this is another one too. That was why she said, but not that maybe I kill anything, I kill someone, this and that. I should just come up and say whatever I want. I said, no problem. If that is what we want, no problem. Now, normally, I don't want my children to stay with her anymore because of the abuse they cause with me. Normally, I even got sick for months just because of what I passed through from these people's hand. That's what I know I can say pertaining to all this, man. And normally, man, and also, let me add this to it. When I now discover that the name of those children have been changed, I called the husband. Why do you do like this? Why do you have to do this to me? He said, there is no communication. That's what I said, no communication. For years, I have been calling. And normally, man, I left, we stopped communicating around, I still did birthday for my firstborn, February 2023. Now, after 2023, this man came into our life around maybe April. And she got her pregnant in that particular house where my mom rents for her. Now, I said, the man now said that there's no communication. I said, there's no communication. When I've been calling you, and you have been disregard my call. You refuse to pick my call, and you said there's no communication. She now said that it was not his own surname he used, that he used his own first name. Even using your own first name, is that not too bad? He said, I should sorry. They shall beg me. And also, what he said that maybe they want to distribute children, this and that. There's nothing like that. There is nothing like that. Because what I need to tell you about this is this. Mommy reached out to her. We're supposed even not to tell her. I even thought, mommy, why do you have to tell her? My sister that was in America told her that they want to do adoption because we have more of our families. They want to take two.
Okay. Now, which name are the children bearing in school?
Ileri Oluwase, Goodness.
Pardon?
Ileri Oluwase, Goodness.
Ileri Oluwase.
Goodness.
That's his name?
No, my husband.
That's the husband's name?
Yeah.
His own children?
Yes.
Is that right?
No, ma. The reason why is that when everything is tough and giving me tough time, my daughter, even all my children, they were attacked. Even the school, they said they went ahead and called. It wasn't my fault that my children was telling them that they did not know them. My children are...
I'm not asking story. I'm asking you why you have to change the name given to children by their biological father because your marriage packed up with him.
No, ma, I want to explain.
Okay.
The name they are bearing now, it was the name I gave them in Igbo language when I gave birth to them. My daddy gave them that name. Fine. So when we were living together, when all this trouble were coming here and there, the children were receiving so many attacks. To the extent that in the midnight, my daughter will just wake up where he was sleeping, come and sit in the...
when you were living with him?
No.
After you parted?
Yes. So, and I say, What are you doing here? One woman is calling me outside. He said I should come outside. What is the name of the woman? One old woman like this. At times, we just wake up in the midnight crying. Very, very attacked. The woman is dragging her. What is it? He calling his name, Aisha, oh yeah, come out. Every blessed day. To the extent I took that child to church, that they should do deliverance. I don't know this kind of thing. Fine. When the children was still, and the child was still small, he was having an attack. He used to see so many things. We say then the people wear one and then one white.
So what has that got to do with changing the surname?
Ma, it was when I gave them that name that they never sick one day.
What you have done is wrong and it's illegal. Do you understand me?
Yes,
the father is still alive. If you pack up your marriage with him, do you understand? You can't stop them from being his biological children.
Yes.
You have children for this other man.
Yes, ma.
And that man has no right to take over somebody else's children, especially children that are not abandoned. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma.
What's the name of the school that the children are going?
Triple A and B.
What do you say?
Triple A and B school.
Where is that?
That was in Berigbe.
In Lagos here.
Yes.
You have to go back to that's my first order. You have to go and revert that name back to the name, his own children. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
The name that was given to them at birth,
Okay.
with the two of you's consent, when you have not met this man,
Yes, ma'am.
you already had these 3 children before you met him. So go and revert that name, the 3 of them's name, back to the one that was given to them at birth.
Yes, my Lord.
Let that one be. With regard to access to the children, you have to always allow him to speak with the children whenever. Do you know the name of the school of the children? Where does he reside?
I don't know.
Are you in Lagos?
No,
Okay.
Osun State.
Osun State.
I'm in Osun State, Osun
Okay.
State.
So when you
Yes.
get the name, you heard the name of the school now. Where's that?
Triple A and B, ma.
Triple A and B
Yes, ma'am.
at Igberigbe,
Yes.
Korodu. That's the
Mommy.
school. Wait,
Mommy.
let me land.
Mommy,
Let
I
me
heard-
land. Don't interrupt me. Let me
I
land.
heard you.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
in that
Okay,
school,
ma'am.
you have to let the school know that he can come and see them Monday to Friday. Let me explain something to you. You made a demand. Awokunle, are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
I'm listening to you, ma'am.
All right.
I can hear you, ma'am.
You made a request for the custody of these children. Right now, because of the age of the children, you cannot have the custody. But if she does not revert the name to your name, and she's doing things that will appear to make it seem as if they don't want you to have access or relationship, healthy relationship, it has to be healthy relationship with your children, then you might have to lose that custody rights to him. And during holiday period, half of the period of the holiday period will have to be spent with the father. Do you hear me, Awokunle?
When they are still in Ondo, they normally go to madrasa. I mean Muslim, this in Arabic school. Now, when they got to their place now, they are taking my children to church, which is not accepted. Which is totally wrong for me. Why will you be that? I'm a Muslim. Why you be? Why
He has a right. Just wait. You've made your point. He has a right over that. Do you understand? These are his biological children. And I don't think it's difficult for you, if you want to have the custody of these children, to get a Muslim, I don't know what they call it, is it imam or afa,
I want to
Ma,
have a clear
ma,
conscience.
he's not strong in prayer. If
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You married a Muslim and you knew he was a Muslim when you married him. And they were giving Muslim names
yes,
with your consent. So that obviously shows you consented to the three of them practicing the Muslim religion
I do that before. Ma.
along with the dad. So you cannot unilaterally now decide that you want to change the faith of the children. More so when you have other children for a Christian and those ones are practicing their own fathers, it will be injustice and unfair not to allow them to practice. Do you understand? So you have to, and these are things he's going to know once you arrange for that. Because if you can't do that, just let the children go to him and let him raise the children the way he wants.
I will, ma.
You will. You should be able to have access to them anytime, anywhere. An holiday period, you should be able to share it equally. I'd rather you let him always have the first half of the holiday. So they come to you for the second half. Because that second half, you'll be able to prepare them for school. Towards when they want to go to school. And tell your husband, and even I'm telling you, Sharafadin, you don't have any business getting in touch with each other once she has put everything in place. Do you understand me? So you reach out to your children.
Yes,
You have a phone that the